Hello my wonderful people, welcome to my platform. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this channel, you like what you see, please subscribe, put on your notification bell. It is very important because it will enable you to know when I upload a new video. In this platform, I present to you news on daily basis. What I do before I present the news, I analyze it and I sit down there to watch it together with you, and we'll come to the comment section to talk about. You are free to criticize, to drop your opinion or whatever you think about the video. And I want to also use this opportunity to give credit to all those that have been using their program and my channel. May God Almighty bless.
The statement made by Babagina Kingibe, former secretary to the government of the Federation, in which he said the unity of Nigeria is negotiable, garnered mixed reactions. While receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Sun Newspaper Awards ceremony, Kingibe used the relationship between couples as an example. He explained that once a party is trying to opt out of a union, he or she must consider the pros and cons of his or her choice before making a final decision. Let's take a quick listen before we come back for discussion.
I was born in Nigeria. I was groomed in Nigeria. And I believe in Nigeria. People of my generation believe in Nigeria. We have no doubt about the fact that we have no option but Nigeria. However, I think a few of my colleagues believe that there's no such thing as the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. Of course it is negotiable. Even the unity of a family is negotiable. Even the coexistence as a couple of a husband and wife is negotiable. The moment either party feels that this union is no longer bearable, that he or she would rather go his own way, you let them have the right to sit down, consider their condition, and after, and only after, very careful, rational examination of the pros and cons of going out of the marriage, that they take the decision which suits them best. It's not enough just to say, I don't feel comfortable where I am, so I'm going. Are you sure of where you are going? Are you sure of the consequence of where you're going?
Oh, Dr. Bati, over to you for your analysis on this topic.
Okay, I think this is self-explanatory. Yes. Ambassador Babagana Kingibe has been right at the center of Nigerian politics, so he has an idea of what he's talking about. He was a running mate to Chief MKO Abiola in the 1993 presidential election. He's been minister at various times, Minister of Internal Affairs, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Power and Steel. He's been Nigerian ambassador to a number of countries, including neighboring Chad. He's been secretary to the government of the Federation. So when he says it is Nigeria that has made him who he is, yes, he's very right in that regard, because he's been a key member of the governance and political process in Nigeria. However, the contentious part of the discourse has to do with Section 2, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution. In Section 2, subsection 1, the Constitution says very clearly that Nigeria should be an indivisible, indissoluble entity. In other words, the Constitution gives the impression that you can't divide Nigeria, you can't dissolve Nigeria. And in Section 1, subsection 3 of the same Constitution, it says that any other move or law enactment that is against the provisions of this Constitution is, to the extent of its inconsistency, null and void. However, some people say that 1999 Constitution cannot dictate the future of Nigeria. Some people argue, and in this regard, I think Ambassador Kingibe was referring to members of his generation who think that, yes, you can negotiate Nigeria, that Nigeria is not cast, in stone, in the sense in which what some people refer to as Decree 29 of 1998. That's how some people refer to the Nigerian Constitution. And that there can be disagreements, but you come together, you discuss. You use the word mutual respect.
Yes.
You negotiate, and then on the basis of it, you can reach an agreement. But I don't think that the import of what he's saying is about dissolving Nigeria or people can go. In fact, it was more on the side of Nigeria staying together, but that there should be opportunity for negotiation, for discussion based on mutual respect. And that if you say you want to leave Nigeria, where are you going? You will still remain an ECOWAS citizen. You will still be an African. You will still, occupy a territory that would have been originally in Nigeria. So what he's calling for is a dialogue, is conversation, is a conference around those key issues that divide us. But unfortunately in this country, we hold talks. We've had so many conferences. But in recent times, since the return to democracy in 1999, those conferences do not really yield anything. Remember, the 2005 political conference was sabotaged by the politics of third term. The 2014 political conference by the Jonathan administration, the reports are gathering the dust somewhere in the corridors of power, just because a new government said, we will not look at it because we don't agree. People are now calling for dialogue now, for a renegotiation of the terms of our union. Some people are saying you can't even have a conversation. I'm all for the idea of having a conversation around the key issues. And it's because the system appears to be resisting that opportunity for conversation and negotiation of key issues. That's why perhaps some people are saying, well, if you will not allow us to discuss the terms of the union, equity and justice and fairness, and who is a Nigerian and who should get what, then they would rather leave. But I think the message from Ambassador Babagana Kingibe is a word of caution to say that, look, we can all stay together if we respect each other.
Yes, I could swear, Tundu Abiola, that I was hearing your voice while he was speaking, because I know you have said exactly word for word what he said.
The same thing
recently on the show.
Well remembered,
yes.
And I promise you, I haven't spoken to Ambassador Kingibe recently. I should probably rectify that.
Yeah.
But I guess we agree on this issue. There is no union that cannot be negotiated, including marriage. Take note, Mr. Feni, where's my camera? Including a marriage. And dissolution and negotiation are two completely different things. You can agree to form a union, but on what terms? The terms upon which you form that union must be based on mutual respect, exactly like he said.
Absolutely.
Perfectly put.
Absolutely. Rufai, your analysis.
The sad part in our national discourse that we don't bring on the table is that very important part of mutual respect. Until we start to understand that nobody is bigger than anybody in Nigeria, then we are not ready for any conversation. And until the fact that the politicians start to understand that Nigeria is bigger than them, we are not ready. It still baffles my mind how a cross-section of Nigerians came together. They decided on a document. Federal funds were spent on that conference. Yeah. They agreed on the document. And people or the next government is not adopting that document. So we've had those conversations. It's not today. We had some in 95. We had some under Obasanjo. We had some in 2014. We're still going to have more in the future. But the political will to implement those documents is the problem. And where does the problem fall back to? The politicians, that it is only serving them now. And when you go back, it goes back to the conversation of what the APC, we forget in a hurry that the APC had a committee for restructuring. And when they had that committee, resolutions were passed, they talked, they wrote things down, and they said this is the way for restructuring. Absolutely. But the political will to adopt it is still a problem. So the politicians should understand that because it favors you today does not mean that you shouldn't start thinking about the future of this country. And that is what has brought us where we are.
Absolutely.
We need to talk, we'll still talk more, but let's not just talk. Please, let us put action to what we say by adopting the resolutions of our conversation. That's when this country can move forward. Nobody is bigger than anybody in this country. This country is for all.
My wonderful people, thank you so much for watching this video together with me. I appreciate your massive support in this channel. Before, if it is your first time of stopping by or coming across my YouTube channel, you are welcome. Now that we have finished watching this video together, you saw me sitting there watching it together with you. I appreciate you. Let's go to the comment section to talk about it. If it is your first time, subscribe, put on your notification bell. That notification bell is very, very important.